Hello friends, today we are going to discuss a very important topic of distributed system, that is consistency control models. Today we discuss one model, that is the data centric consistency model in this lecture. An important issue in distributed system is the replication of data. Data are generally replicated to enhance the reliability and improve the performance of the system. One of the major problem is keeping replicas consistent. Second problem is the placement of replica and how updates are propagated. Informally, this means that one copy is updated. We need to ensure that other copies are updated as well. Otherwise, the replica will no longer be the same. In this lecture today, we will take a detailed look at what consistency of replicated data actually mean and various ways that consistency can be achieved. There are two different models of consistency. One is called data centric model, second is called user centric consistency model. We discuss only the data centric consistency model in this lecture. A consistency model is a contract between a distributed system data store and its processes. Since it is very difficult to define precisely which write operation is the last one. If the process agree to the rule, the data store will perform properly and as advertised also. It is a diagram of distributed data store. Here the three different processes are running. So a data store can be read from or written to by any one process. A local copy of the data store, that is called replica, can support the fast reads because they are local to that particular process. However, a write to a local replica need to be propagated to all the remote replicas so that they all will become same. In data-centric model, there are total 8 consistency model, but today we discuss only 5, that is the strict consistency, linear consistency model, sequential consistency model, casual and FIFO consistency model. In next lecture, we discuss weak consistency model, release and entry consistency model. Let us start. The first one is the strict consistency model. It says that any read on a data item X return a value corresponding to the result of the most recent write on X regardless of where the write occurred. The main problem in the strict consistency is that it required the absolute global time, and you all know that it is not possible to get a absolute global time. So practically it is impossible to implement the strict consistency model in distributed system. When we define this consistency model, let's assume that we have a shared variable x and we have two operations. One is called read operation, second is called the write operation. Any process can read or write that particular shared variable x. Here we are using two notation. One is called WIXA, second is called RIXB. Here I indicate the process number, W is the write operation, X is the shared variable and A is the value. Similarly, R is the read operation, I is the index of the process, X is the shared variable and B is the value. So WIXA, it means write by process I to item X with a value of A. Similarly, if we define RIXB, it is a read by process I from item X producing the value B. So here we have two scenario A and B. If you see carefully, the P1 and P2, we have two processes. P1 is writing on variable X, the value is A, and P2 is the performing read operation on variable X, produce the value A. This line indicates the time scale. So first P1 write the value x is equal to a, and later on the when P2 perform the read operation, read the value of x, that is a. So it is the as per the consistency model. But in case of B, we assume that all the shared variable has the initial value equal to nil. So when P1 write the shared variable x with value a, and later on when P2 read, it is still reading the initial value of variable x, and later on when it again perform the read operation on variable x, it read the value a. So a is the, this particular model A is the strictly consistent model, but B is not. Why? Because P2 when read the value x is produce the value nil, and later on is give the value that is a. But the latest value of a when it performed the read operation was a, that is returned by the process P1. So it should read the value of this particular variable x, that is the a. So Rx nil is not, should not be there. That's why B is not the strictly consistent model and A is the strictly consistent model, because it is reading the latest value, and in case of B, first it is still reading the initial value of variable x, and later on it will read the updated value of variable x. So A is the strictly consistent model and B is not. Now second model is called the sequential consistency model. It says that any valid interleaving of read and write operation is acceptable, and all the processes see the same interleaving of the operation, and it is nothing about the time, and it is weaker than the strict consistency model. Let's see again the two example. In example A, we have the four process P1, P2, P3, P4. P1 and P2 here are performing write operation on shared variable x, and P3 and P4 both are performing the read operation on variable x. In scenario A, the P1 first write the variable x with value a, and later on the P2 perform the write operation on shared variable x with value b. So we have two operation, both the write operation. First give the value a and second write the value b. So when P3 reads the value, in this scenario is read the b first and then a, and P4 first read the b and then a. So P3 and P4 both are reading the same value b a, and P4 also the first time b and second time a. Maybe it is ab. So it is the sequential consistent, because both the getting the value, the write operation of P2 first and then P1. But in case of B, if we see carefully, the P1 perform the write operation on x, give the value a. P2 perform the write operation on x with the value b. When P3 reads, it read the operation of P2 first and then P1. So it gives the read operation value b and then the value x with a. When P4 perform the read operation on variable x, it gives the value that was written by the process P1, and then later on give the value b that was written by the process P2. It means the P3 is getting the value from P2 and then P1, while P4 is getting value first P1 and then P2. That's why it's not a sequential consistent. And A, because A is in both the case P3 and P4, it read the value of P2 and then by process P1. That's why the A is a consistent, sequentially consistent, and B is not. Third is the linear model. Linear model basically the upgrade model of the sequential model. All processes see the same sequential order of the operation as we discussed earlier. The operation of each individual process appear in the sequence followed by the order specified by the program, and we generally use the timestamps also to perform to define the order. If the timestamp of operation 1 is less than timestamps of operation 2, then operation 1 should be proceed operation 2 in the sequence. That is called the linear consistency model. It is weaker than the strict consistency but stronger than the sequential consistency model, and same as we discussed in the previous example. Now, what is the most important consistency model is the casual consistency. As you already know that the casual relationship is given by the Lamport first, that is called the happens before relation. That there are, if there are two events A and B, and if A happens before the event B, then clock of A is less than the clock of B. So same concept we are using here. So this model distinguishes the event that are causally related and those are not. If event B is caused or influenced by an earlier event A, then causal consistency requires that every other processes see event A first and then event B. The operations that are not causally related are said to be the concurrent operations. Let's explain the causal consistency with the example. Here we have the four process P1, P2, P3, P4. We assume that the process P2 and the process P1, when they performing the write operation, so they are the concurrent operation, they are not the causal relation. Now P1 write the shared variable x with value a, and later on after some time it again write the value of x with c. Now P2 first read the value of x, that is a, that is written by the process P1, and then it's write the shared variable x with value b. Here the P2 operation, that is write operation of on variable x, and write operation on variable x by P1 are the concurrent. We assume that. When P3 and P4 write the shared variable x, so first P3 read this, give the value a. Again later on it read the value x, it give the value c and then b. Similarly when P4 read the value x, it give a, then b and then c. See, the value b and c are the concurrent. They may appear in the different ordering, there is no problem. But at the process P1 we had the two write operations, that is a and then c. It means the a and c both have the causal relationship. It means a happens before c. That's why the a appears before c by the other operation or other processes. So in case of P3, P3 reads the shared variable s, it gives the value a, later on it gives the value c. Similarly P4, it's read value of x, it gives a, and then it gives the value of variable s is equal to c. It means both follow the causal relationship between the write operation of x with value a and value c. That's why this model is following the causal relationship between them. Now take the one other example to again explain. So in case of the first case P1, P2, P3, P4, in this case we assume that the P1 and P2 now they are causally related. It means that the write operation on variable x with value a is linked with the write operation on variable x with value b. So when P3 reads, it reads ba, and when P4 reads, it read ab. So that is not valid because a happens before b. Now because both are causally related, it means when the P3 and P4 will read the value of x, they read the value of x a first and then b. But in case of P3, they read b first and then a. That's why it is the not causally consistent model. In case of example b, suppose this value of x write operation and the write operation on x with value b both are the concurrent. It means we read a first or b first. There is no problem. It means the b is the following the consistency model and a is not following the causally consistency model. I think that it is now clear to everybody that what is the meaning of consistency model with causal consistency. Now the last one is the FIFO consistency model. FIFO says that writes done by a single process are seen by all other processes in the order in which they were issued. But write from different process may be seen in the different order by different processes. it is easy to implement. And to maintain the order on a single process, we use the sequence number with the operations. The example is there that again we have the 4 process. In case of process 1, we have only one operation, that is the write operation on variable x with value a. On process P2, we have two different write operation on variable x, that is first we have b and then we have c. FIFO model says then P3 and FIFO reads the value x, they read b and then c. Value of a, there is no problem because a is not writing on process P2. The value a is written by the process P1. So process P2 have two write operation, first b and then c. So when the other process read with the value of b and c, so they should appear b first and then c. So P3 when read it, it gives the value b, then a, then c, and P4 it a, b, c. So it's the FIFO model because it is b first and then c, it is b first and then c. So in this case the FIFO model is very useful and is very simple to implement. Now the last slide we have the summary of all the discussed consistency model. It is the strictly linear, sequential, casual and FIFO. Strictly it means the absolute time ordering is required. Linear model, all process must see all shared accesses in the same order, and we require the global timestamps. The sequential model is the all process see the shared access in the same order. Accesses are not ordered in time. Casual is the all processes see in casually related shared access in the same order, and FIFO is all processes see right from each other in the order they were issued, and right from different processes may not always be seen in that order. So now I think it is clear to everybody that how we can implement the consistency model on the shared variable in distributed system. In next lecture we will see the how we can implement the user centric consistency model. Thank you.